What's up, everybody? Another day, another segment of Frankly My Dear. Just want to do a quick recap on Warriors Rockets last night, and a quick preview of Celtics Cavs tonight. So to dive right into it. Last night the Rockets defeated the Warriors. We finally got us a competitive game in these conference finals for once. It was nice to see. For those who didn't see the game, quick recap. Warriors came out hot in the first quarter. Rockets dominated the second quarter. Had want to say 6 or 8 point lead going into halftime. Chris Paul and Harden took over in the second quarter. Third quarter, it was all Steph Curry. It was a show. It was a sight to see. He was on fire, man. I want to say he dropped 19 in the third quarter. He was just unstoppable at that point. You know, the crowd was into it. The team was energized. And honestly, I thought that was it for the Rockets, based off prior history. They normally fold when it gets like that, okay? They normally don't play with heart. They normally don't play hard when times get tough like that. But in the fourth quarter, somewhere I want to say it was like the 7 minute mark, man. They started playing hard as hell. The Rockets were playing hard, man. They just kept grinding, kept fighting, and they wanted it more. It was obvious, the Warriors were taking some horrible shots. It was ridiculous. Running no offense, iso ball, 1-on-1, just everybody trying to shoot the dagger, and meanwhile the Rockets were just chipping away, getting a million offensive rebounds. To me, to keep the players of the game were Ariza, even though I think he only had 11 points, somewhere around that. But his energy, man, on the glass, his energy on defense. People forget that Ariza's a champion, man. He played like one, okay? He stepped up and he played like a champion. CP played good. I still wasn't too happy with Harden, though, man. Harden didn't play that well in the fourth quarter to me. He disappeared, but luckily Eric Gordon hit that big three with like a minute and 40 left. That when he hit that, I pretty much said I felt like the game was over. They had all the momentum at that point. And like I said, Ariza and Chris Paul, man, those guys played hard in the fourth, and it's hard, man. It's hard for me to they won the game, the Rockets, all respect due to them, but it's just hard for me sometimes to root for Chris Paul, man. He's just crybaby. He's just a crybaby player to me. He's kind of annoying, man. He reminds me of a guy I used to play basketball with growing up who cried and whined just like him when things didn't go his way. But, I got to give credit where credit's due, man. Chris Paul had a hell of a game. He came out with the mindset he was going to score, and he played a great game. Them guys played hard. They were just hungrier. And, I just got to talk about that last possession, man. I felt like Durant should have just came down and pulled up. I think sometimes them guys have so much talent on the team that they tend to overthink. They tend to not be as selfish as they should be sometimes. And he gave Clay the ball. You give a player the ball on the baseline. If it's not a catch and shoot, it's pretty much gonna be a trap and a turnover. And that's pretty much, or it's gonna be a bad shot. And they forced the shot up. People say Curry should have called a timeout. Yeah, they should have called a timeout, but I also see his point of view. You got 4 guys on the floor who are all-stars, who have high basketball IQ, and like Durant had a lane. I just knew Durant was gonna come down, pull up jumper, but then I saw him running into the trap pretty much, and he got rid of the ball, gave it to Clay. Now Durant was open for the game-winning 3, but it's hard to blame Clay in that situation because to me, it looked like he thought Durant was gonna shoot that shot when he came down. He wasn't expecting to get the ball. He got the ball. He got trapped, and that was all she wrote. Rockets took it. They took it. It's 2-2. Hopefully next game is just as good, exciting as this one is. I still think the Warriors are going to win the series. I still see them winning the series, man. I know I had picked winning 5, but I just noticed the Warriors normally, those games when people think that the other team, finally is challenging them and their backs are against the wall, they come out and they usually steal that game 5. A lot of times they steal that game. And when they steal that game, they usually close it out the following game. Besides, of course, the 3-1 year against the Cavs. But normally, they come back and they pretty much they pretty much establish their dominance. They don't allow the other team to get momentum as far as winning multiple games in a row, and they end up closing them out that next game. So we're gonna see how it goes, man. But if the Rockets play hard as they did in that fourth quarter, if they play like that all 4 quarters, they could easily beat the Warriors, man. If they play like that, because the Warriors sometimes tend to lose focus and rely a lot on their talent instead of rely a lot on their talent instead of running the plays, and playing some organized offense. So we'll see how it goes, man. I still think the Warriors gonna win. I got the Warriors winning next game. And we'll see how it goes, man. Rockets come out playing hard. The Rockets could still take that next game, and then we're going to have a very interesting situation on our hands. But we'll reach that point when we get to it. So now I'm going to the Celtics and Cavs. Got the Celtics. I think the Cavs, something just tell me the Cavs going to win it, man. I think I'm honestly, so this may sound crazy. I feel like the Cavs have the Celtics number at this point, but the more I see the Cavs, even with them winning, the more I see them having no chance in the finals. I see they have no chance in the finals. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it too. But as far as this series, I think they're going to take this game tonight, man. I think they're going to close it out next game. Pretty much, we looking at a best out of 3 series, and I would take LeBron over that Celtics team in the best out of 3 series. Okay, so we're gonna see how it goes. The Celtics, they do play well at home. People kind of forget that the Cavs really had a lead in that second game. This series could easily be 3-1 right now. Okay, but we'll see how the Celtics play, man. Brad Stevens, he's been hailed as this great prodigy. He's gonna have to make some kind of adjustment, man, because there's adjustments that can be made to where they aren't getting blew out. Okay, it might not be an adjustment that can be made to stop LeBron, but it's adjustments that can be made to the point where the game can at least be competitive. Okay, because they're not that much, because the Cavs aren't as talented as the Celtics are. They have better talent, which means the game, it's nowhere in hell they should get blew out. Even if LeBron puts up a 50 piece, the game should be close tonight. Okay. And if it's not close, it's because the adjustments weren't made. Open shots were hit by the Cavs, and the Celtics couldn't score. The same MO as usual with them. So we'll see how it goes. I expect LeBron. I'm thinking he's gonna have like 36 tonight, maybe between 30 and 36. We'll see if anybody comes to help him. But I do feel like LeBron knows that if they don't win this game, it's gonna be a problem. Because I don't think he wants to come back there, even though he's had a good history in Boston after, of course, his playoff failures he had pre-Heat. But ever since from the Heat years until now, man, he's pretty much owned Boston. And he can win games there, but I don't think he trusts the team around him to win a Game 7 or play well in a Game 7 in Boston. That is very difficult. So I think he's going to come out. I think they're going to come out with a sense of urgency, and they're going to come out firing, man. I think they're going to come out. I think they're going to win this game. And then I think they're going to close them out next game in Cleveland, and then they're going to be in the finals again. But we'll see how it goes. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all hit the subscribe, hit the like button, comment. Y'all have a productive day. 1.